Mastering marketing with ChatGPT has skyrocketed my business to 7 figures, pushing our offers and products all the way up to 3 million. And now it's your turn, my friend. We are cracking open the vault and sharing the exact marketing strategies and precise ChatGPT prompts that powered our online products that had over 27,000 buyers only last year alone. And we've done it all with ChatGPT. From crafting the perfect custom avatar to creating Facebook ads that pop, writing engaging newsletters and captivating YouTube scripts, to conducting insightful competitor research. My name is Darius Lucas, and on this channel we talk about building an online business that gives you freedom, leverages AI tools, and connects to your ikigai, the reason for being. So let's crack on. Create your customer avatar. So this is the most important part in creating a business, and this is exactly what we've done to start with. We would first create our customer avatar, and we can do that 10 times easier with ChatGPT. We start by first creating, the avatar of the ideal customer. And here is your prompt. My business is in the niche of industry. You fill in the blank. My customer's biggest problem is problem 1, problem 2, problem 3. To help them solve this problem, I sell product 1 and product 2. Again, fill in the blank. My customers are mainly, and then here you describe any information you have about your client. Please create my client avatar description. And you put this into ChatGPT and magic happens. And you need this because you prime ChatGPT for giving you the right copy later on. A good example for this is, my business is in the niche of weight loss industry. My customer's biggest problem is inability to stick to the diet, lack of time to work out, and the lack of motivation. And to help them solve these problems, I sell my 28-day weight loss challenge and one-to-one consults. And my customers are mainly women in the US, and they're usually over 45 and with a certain type of income, for example. Please create my client avatar description. Now, if you put this into ChatGPT and prime it in this way, you would have set it up to then be giving you the best type of copy, the best advice for your industry and for your business. And this is exactly what we do with my team. We always prime ChatGPT. Write your Facebook ads. So this is something that I use ChatGPT a lot, and that is when we write Facebook ads. We have to come up with multiple ad creatives, and a lot of our creatives have copy in them, and they have to be captivating, they have to be engaging, they have to stop the person scrolling and actually pay attention to the ad. So this is where ChatGPT becomes super instrumental in marketing, and this is where, when I need to come up with the right headlines, I go to ChatGPT and I consult. Okay, so let's look at the prompts. Provide me with 3 examples of headlines that grab attention for product type. So for example, I would have said, provide me with 3 examples of headlines that grab attention for my 28-day weight loss challenge. Another super useful prompt is, give me examples of catchy headlines for a topic or product that will make people want to take desired action. Make them BuzzFeed style. So this is what I mean here. Give me examples of catchy headlines for my 28-day weight loss challenge that will make people want to buy and join the program. Make them, meaning the headlines, BuzzFeed style. So here you dictate the style. You can always add in more parameters, sort of asking ChatGPT to, come up with the right tone of voice. You may refer to certain publications like BuzzFeed. You may refer to some copywriters or some people in the industry whose tone of voice ChatGPT would know because they're popular enough, and ChatGPT would have been able to browse the internet and sort of replicate their tone of voice. And another thing that's quite important is to constantly reference the customer avatar that you had come up with earlier on. So you can always say to ChatGPT, please also reference the customer avatar that you came up with earlier on. So then it will go back up and reference that bit of copy, because ChatGPT thread, if it's not a bot that you had created, sometimes has sort of a lapsing memory and it may just forget what you had worked on. So you may have to prompt it again and again to remember certain bits and elements that you had sort of come up working with ChatGPT. Research your competitors. So now in every business, you want to keep up with the Kardashians. Well, meaning you want to keep up with your competition. You want to understand what they're doing. And even if you are ahead, if you are very original, it's still good to sort of have a look, time to time. But market research and your competitor research can be quite time consuming, especially if you don't have a team. So here, ChatGPT and ChatGPT-4 in particular, because it has access to the internet, becomes absolutely crucial. Because what you can do is, and we've done it time and time again in our business, you go into ChatGPT-4 ideally, and you write, here are the names of my top competitors in industry, competitor 1, competitor 2, and competitor 3. Generate an analysis of their strengths, weaknesses, and market position. Please browse the web. If you add that last sentence, it will be forced to also research the web and really pull out the latest data. So for example, here are the names of my top competitors in the weight loss niche. And then you say specify 3 companies. And then you ask it to generate the response. Also, there's another prompt that is quite instrumental here. Here is a list of the key products or services offered by my top competitors. Product 1 by company 1, product 2 by company 2, and so forth. Analyze their pricing, features, and marketing strategies to gain insight into their competitive position. Again, this proves to be absolutely valuable if you want to keep up with your competition and outsmart them, because you'll be constantly up to date with what's going on in your market. Create a YouTube script with AI. So as you know, I do put out quite a few YouTube videos, and some of them I do freestyle, and some I do write the scripts with ChatGPT. A lot of the time I would work at least on the introduction, or I may want to be quoting certain sources in the video, so I may reference to those. Or I may just use ChatGPT to create a draft for my video, so I would get ChatGPT to write the entire video, but then I would go through the script and obviously I would add in my own stories. I would tweak the tone of voice a little, but the sort of groundwork would have been done by ChatGPT. So if you needed to write a YouTube script or a VSL, for example, you could also use some of these prompts. One of them could be, can you write a type of text on the topic of subject and then additional details, then turn it into a powerful YouTube video script. So for example, here I could have written something along the lines of, can you write a blog article on the topic of weight loss for women over 45 who are struggling with having the lack of motivation to lose weight, who are struggling with keeping up with sort of their dietary requirements, and who can never get around to sort of going to the gym and following the proper workout routine. Then turn this into a powerful YouTube video script. Now, another prompt that could be slightly easier and would give more parameters for ChatGPT to give you a good script is, can you write a 500-word blog post on a certain topic mentioning these benefits? And then you go benefit 1, benefit 2, benefit 3, and then turn this into an engaging YouTube video script. So here again, by saying a 500-word blog post, you give it certain parameters. And the more information you feed it, the better the output. So yes, you can go all general with these prompts, and one of them could be, can you write a super engaging YouTube video script on a certain topic? Great, you can do that. And that could be your starting point. But if you want a high quality copy, you'll have to prompt it and give some input yourself so that ChatGPT can come up with a very custom answer that is needed for you and your industry. Write a newsletter with AI. Now, I send a newsletter every Sunday that I write myself from A to Z. But what I also do is I would write a draft and I put it into ChatGPT and I would get it to proofread my email without rewriting it. I would then ask it to rewrite it, and I look at the copy that it rewrote, and then I would pick the phrasings or the sentences that I like. And then I would sort of combine it into one and come up with a sort of nice solid email that sounds like me and is quote unquote me. However, we also need to send a lot of marketing and promotional emails that can also be written by ChatGPT. And how can you write a good newsletter with ChatGPT? So let's look at these prompts. Prompt 1, analyze the tone of voice and writing style of this copy. Insert the text that represents your tone of voice and writing style. So this is very important because what you do, you feed it a couple of emails that you might have written, a couple of blog posts that you've written that really reflect your tone of voice. And then you move on to prompt number 2, where you say, use that tone of voice and writing style for writing an email that, and then you describe the email. You sort of list what you want it to cover, possibly just a list of bullet points. It could be new products that you're launching. It could be new updates on, what's happening in your business. It could practically be anything. Now, if you're liking this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe and let me know what has been the biggest takeaway so far in this video. So write a sales page with AI. We all need sales pages. We all need good copy. It does take time. Copywriters are expensive, but now that we have ChatGPT, life becomes slightly less overwhelming. For a sales page copy, we can start with a simple prompt. Write an emotional 500-word journal entry from the perspective of ideal client who is struggling with pain points. He feels certain emotions, you describe emotions, and wants the dream outcome. We have covered quite a lot of examples, so I'm not gonna, again, fill in the blanks for this one. After you've done that and you got the output from ChatGPT, which has primed it to write a good sales page, we move on to the second prompt. Rewrite the above, but replace I with you. Then we move on to the third prompt. Use the above to write a word count, sales letter, targeting ideal client who are struggling with pain points. Promise that if they keep reading, they'll see why the real reason they haven't been able to achieve this dream outcome is something called unique mechanism. So here you suggest that there's a particular mechanism, formula that you created that can help your customers overcome their issues. And then offer a product name, and then you add in the product name, which has the main benefits. And then you list the benefits. Then you ask it, give this guarantee, include guarantee. So you specify how many days, for example, they have a money back guarantee, and then include these credentials. For example, you include where you had studied or clients you had worked with. And once you got the output for this step, you move on to the fourth prompt, which is include follow-up instructions such as include the fact that we have helped a number of people to achieve dream outcome. And then you can give it more instructions. For example, be more emotional in the intro. Include these testimonials across the page. Paste in the testimonials. Use storytelling before mentioning the price. So then you ask it to be storytelling. And then you can also ask it to include a headline that mentions these certain pain points or desires. So you see, the way we're working with ChatGPT is very thought out because we are guiding it prompt by prompt. We ask it something, we get the output, and then we prompt it further. So we lead ChatGPT to giving us the best possible output. And if you follow these prompts, it becomes easier and easier to do it. So I really hope that you found this video of value and had some good ideas and prompts about how to scale your business and how to leverage AI in your marketing. And believe me, it is a powerful tool. Now, if you want more ideas about how to make money with ChatGPT and AI, here's a video for you coming up on the screen. Click and watch, and I'm gonna see you in the next video very soon.